So I've spent about an hour in the Alaska lounge here in Seattle Airport. I think my flight is now due for boarding. So we are delayed again. We've been delayed for about 2 hours now. Welcome to this week's video. So welcome to Fairbanks Airport here in the middle of rural Alaska. So I have a bit of an issue. My phone won't connect to a signal when I take the flight up to the middle of nowhere in Alaska from Seattle to Fairbanks. I'm wearing gloves that were designed for -30 Celsius, but my hands are freezing. Morning from the DoubleTree Hilton Hotel in Tacoma near Seattle Airport. Bright and early this morning. I'm soon going to be taking the free transfer bus to the airport to check in for my flight to Fairbanks in the middle of Alaska. So this is my first time in the US. Most people would visit New York or Boston or maybe Florida or California for their first time. I'm not doing that. I'm going to Alaska. There's a couple of really great videos coming up from my time in Alaska, including taking a 12-hour train journey from Fairbanks to Anchorage and the Alaska Airlines milk run from Anchorage down to Ketchikan. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those. I'm going to get ready to leave the airport. Before I do, just let me tell you what seems to have happened. So I arranged this flight with Alaska Airlines from Seattle up to Fairbanks probably 6 months ago, and I paid 9,000 Qatar Avios points plus about $53. I went to check in yesterday and I seem to have been bumped off the original flight that I was going to take at 8:17 this morning. I don't know why. I contacted Alaska Airlines and my Royal Jordanian Gold Sparrow status, which is One World Sapphire, is connected to the reservation. So I should have been offered a free upgrade if available, or put on the wait list, and access to priority seating. This hasn't happened. I contacted Alaska Airlines customer support and they said they're not recognising One World Sapphire from any other airline other than Alaska and American Airlines. I had a bit of an argument with them on the phone and they just weren't budging. So I've had to pay $50 to move on to a later flight. So my flight is now 12 midday instead of 8:17, which means I'll get into Fairbanks around 3 o'clock, I think, Alaska time, which means I'll have less time in the city than I wanted. So a few things that I had planned are now not going to be done. I don't know if I'll get lounge access either, if they're saying they're not recognising my Sapphire status. But I'm going to go to the airport. I won't film security, but I'll see you after security and we'll see if we get into the lounge, and if not, I'll see you on the plane, and then eventually when we touch down in Fairbanks. Hi, welcome to the Alaska lounge here in the end gate in Seattle Airport. There was an issue because my frequent flyer number with Royal Jordanian wasn't registered on the Alaska system, but I just flashed my digital membership card and they let me in. Nice and easy. Quite a big lounge. It's quite busy at this time in the morning, but I will show you around the lounge. There's a small selection of food. I've got my coffee, an orange juice and some fruit and up just to get me going until we get up to Fairbanks, because I don't know if I'll have much time to eat and the flight is 4 hours. So I'm here for about half an hour-ish, maybe an hour. Then I'll head down to the gate and we'll get on board the flight to Fairbanks. There are lots of different seating options in the Alaska Lounge at Seattle Airport. There are these table-style seats. There are comfortable armchairs, small tables, a fireplace, a seating area too for these freezing cold days in the north of the US, and those bar-style stools as well that you can sit at and eat your breakfast. So yeah, let's go for a quick walk around the lounge. On the right here you can see some comfortable seating. To the left is like a cubby where you can sit and chat to friends and family. These armchairs on the right and left here, and then sweeping views over the runway. So I've spent about an hour in the Alaska Lounge here in Seattle Airport. I think my flight is now due for boarding, so let's head down to the gate. It's going to be a really busy flight, and before boarding's even started, they've started to tell people they can't take cabin bags on board unless you're sat in first or premium class, which I'm not, although I should have been if they'd recognised my One World Sapphire.
Hi there, we'd like to welcome you to your flight with Alaska Airlines from the...
The flight is delayed due to a technical issue. We haven't got a scheduled departure time up to Fairbanks, so we're just waiting in the boarding gate area. So the flight is now delayed indefinitely. Apparently the switch in the cockpit to turn on and off the fasten seatbelt signs is broken and there's no technician available to fix that. So we're just being told to wait until we hear something. I need to get to Fairbanks tonight to make sure I'm there tomorrow for the next bit of this adventure. What I don't understand is there are screens here with people being upgraded to new flights. This is completely alien to me. I don't understand the US aviation system. There are just people being put on new flights sent around the country, but no updates on what's happening to those of us who aren't. So I guess just wait and watch this space and see what happens. It's interesting to see all of the people flying up to Fairbanks on their way up to Point Barrow, right in the far north of Alaska. A lot of indigenous Alaskans take this route quite regularly for hospital treatments, so they come down to Seattle for specialist treatment and then fly up, spend a night in Fairbanks and then fly up to Point Barrow. Half of the flight seems to be made up of people flying via Fairbanks back up to the northern extremes of Alaska. So they might be spending more than one night in Fairbanks at this rate. So we are delayed again. We've been delayed for about 2 hours now.
Changing passenger
no
green
updates.
to green if you're in the boarding area.
There's just a lot of people crowding around the gate and shouting at the staff, but no real updates on when they'll actually leave Seattle. Apparently something to do with a technical issue on this 737-900. So everyone is now getting a bit annoyed, and there aren't enough agents to deal with the amount of people ganging up on them. So that's my plane you can see on the right. Apparently the issue was the seatbelt switches in the cockpit had fallen off, which is reassuring. But on board there was a nice table. The seats were actually really comfortable. The leg room wasn't too bad. The seats weren't empty by the end of the boarding, but we were then left waiting for about an hour before we actually took off, once we were all on board, which was not ideal. I got a Mediterranean tapas meal on board when it was about an hour into the flight, I think. It was okay. It was $8, I think, maybe $6, just to keep me going. And the crew came round a couple of times to offer teas, coffees, spirits and waters throughout this 4.5 hour flight, I think, in the end. But yeah, it kept me going. It was quite a nice snack pack for a relatively short flight like this. So welcome to Fairbanks Airport here in the middle of rural Alaska. What more proof do you need that we're in Alaska? A stuffed polar bear, a big buggy, and a stuffed brown bear. So I'm going to get the hotel shuttle to my hotel, check in, and then we will go for a quick walk around Fairbanks before I go back and try and get an early night. It's been snowing quite heavily here, as you'd expect in the middle of rural Alaska. This is the most northerly international airport in the US, and when I say north, it is really far north. But yeah, I'll see you at the hotel. So I have a bit of an issue. My phone won't connect to a signal in this part of Alaska. I'm using a different eSIM company than I normally would, so this will teach me to stick to the one that I included in my past few videos, and I'll include in this video. I thought I would test another company, and that seems to have backfired, so I'm going to have to go and ask some kind of rental desk if I can ask them to ring. So welcome to the Bridgewater Hotel here in central Fairbanks. Chaos trying to get here. My US phone number didn't work, so I had to go to a car hire desk to borrow their phone to call a shuttle that then is shared between different hotels. So I'm now at my hotel. What is the... I have a view of something outside. A car park, I think. I think I'm going to venture out and see if I can find a supermarket or something just to get a few snacks. then I'll come back and tell you what my first impressions of Fairbanks are. So stick around and come with me as we go and explore downtown Fairbanks at 7 p.m. in the middle of November, when it's quite snowy outside and icy as well. Welcome to Fairbanks, Alaska at about 8 p.m. on Thursday. It is deadly quiet. There's nobody here. It's quite slippery underfoot, but there's a thick layer of snow. I was told by the hotel receptionist, don't go outside, it's too cold. It's not actually that bad. Lots of muscle cars, big pickup trucks everywhere. There don't seem to be many pedestrians, and the town isn't geared up for pedestrians, I don't think, because whenever you click the button to cross the road, nothing actually happens. But this is downtown Fairbanks, apparently. So yeah, this is Fairbanks at night. I'll just put my gloves on. I'm trying to find somewhere to buy some food. I can't find anything to eat, and every time I try to walk over something, I nearly get run over. I mean, it's picture postcard. I'm trying to. Apparently, there's a supermarket, but I don't know where that is. But this is the it's often called the entryway to the Golden Frontier, because Fairbanks was settled by a group of people who accidentally discovered this place in the 1900s. It was around 1901 when the first boat, essentially it crashed, and they founded Fairbanks. Can I get across? So this here is an unknown family statue. So this is thought to be the first representation of the first family that settled in this part of Alaska. The snow here is really thick. It's almost up to my ankles. Lots of Chinese tourists, I've noticed. And in front of us here is the China River. But it is, as you can see, completely frozen over, other than small patches under that bridge. Over there is, I think it's a courthouse. It might be a church. I'm trying to watch where I'm walking because I don't want to fall over. Apparently it is warm today. I keep being told it's 17 above. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's 17 Fahrenheit above freezing, which at this time of year is warm. Alaska should be, I know Celsius, not Fahrenheit. It should be something like minus 20 Celsius. My phone said it's minus 6, so it is a lot warmer than it should have been. You can see people using sleighs behind them to carry things. There's a museum of ice. Why do you need an ice museum? You just walk outside and you can see lots of ice. It's so quiet. There's just nobody around. Okay, so this is the courthouse in Fairbanks. The thing across the river then is a church. This is the main street. You see the odd car now and then, but nothing else. I'm starting to feel the cold now. My hands are starting to get really cold in gloves designed for extreme weather. I'm going to have to take my hand out of my glove to check my phone, to check we're going the right way. I checked if they had Uber here. They do apparently, but the waiting time was 30 to 40 minutes. They also have Lyft. For a 30-minute journey, it costs something like $5. So I might try and get a lift back to my hotel when I find the supermarket. So apparently I'm going the right way. The whole town just seems dead. I mean, this is apparently Alaska's second biggest city and the main city of the interior of Alaska. So I'd have expected more people than this. I'm a bit concerned that the pavements or sidewalks just disappear and there are signs saying do not enter. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be going this way or not. You can't quite tell where the pavement is. It's just thick snow everywhere. The way I'm going now is the way to College Avenue, which is the University of Alaska campus here in Fairbanks. So the second campus of the university. It is cold. It's a lot colder than I thought it was. So my phone now is saying it is okay, minus 25 degrees Celsius. But this is just eerily quiet. On the left is the Maurice Thompson Cultural and Visitors Centre. I think we'll go here in a couple of videos' time, when I will know who Maurice Thompson actually was, because I haven't done the research on this person. My phone has apparently decided it wants to die because it's so cold. Am I now walking in the road? I can't tell where the road and the pavement start and end. Is this a bus stop? I'm going to have to put my glove back on. It is freezing cold. So there are one or two more people over here. So we're now going to be crossing over the frozen Chainer River, the main river in this part of Alaska. It seems like there might be a bit more activity in this part of Fairbanks. I just don't want to go too far and be out for too long, because I've got a really, really long day tomorrow. Make sure you're tuned in for the next video. The next video will be, we're going to be driving along the world's most dangerous road, the Dalton Highway. So that'll be a fun video to film. It's a 14-hour day. We leave the hotel at 2 p.m. and we get back about 4 a.m. the night after. And it's only halfway up the Dalton Highway. So there's a Taco King, drive-through only. A sports shop. This reminds me a bit of Iceland or northern Norway. The buildings are really basic wooden clad breeze block type structures. So I'm trying to find a supermarket called Safeway. It's one of the biggest supermarkets other than Walmart. Arctic Chiropractic and Physical Therapy. Good Cannabis. US Nails. State Farm. Bantai Rama Restaurant. Okay, so I need to carry on along this road. Just look at the thickness of the snow. Oh, this is crazy. A Walgreens. And the Safeway, which I hope is open. It's getting colder. I'm going going to end this part of the video now so that I can go and do a bit of shopping, but I will see you either when I walk back or when I get back to the hotel, is what I'm trying to do. The cold is making it hard to think. My brain isn't working. I'm tired and it's cold and I can't feel my hands. Oh, and the pavement's ended again. Alright, see you in a bit. So I've just come back from the Safeway supermarket. I decided to walk in the end, but I'm shocked by the prices here. So let me show you what I got and then I'll tell you how much it cost. So I got a big bag of blue tortilla chips, some chickpeas, black beans, almond milk, microwave rice, 2 lots of hummus and some candied orange peel because I've got a microwave in my room. This bag full of food cost £28 British, which is ridiculous. This is crazy. This is going to have to last me for the 3 days that I'm in Fairbanks, because I won't be spending that much every day. But yeah, I guess because everything has to be shipped up to Alaska from other parts of the US, the prices are a lot higher. But I'm shocked by how expensive they are. But yeah, I think I'm going to get a shower, have a bit of something to eat, then go to bed because I'm shattered. But before I do, let me tell you about my journey to Fairbanks from Seattle. So the flight was delayed by 3 hours in the end. So I'm hoping I'm going to get some compensation from Alaska Airlines. I then had no phone signal at Fairbanks Airport and had to ask somebody to let me borrow their phone to call the shuttle. Then I got here and the Wi-Fi wouldn't connect at the Bridgewater Hotel, Wyndham Hotel in central Fairbanks. So it's not been the best start. And then walking around Fairbanks, it was deserted and cold and slippery underfoot. But I've got a full day tomorrow of the Dalton Highway, and then the day after a full day exploring Fairbanks. I'm going to end this video here. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. Would you come to the middle of Fairbanks, the middle of Alaska, in the middle of November when it's freezing cold, snowy and deserted? Let me know. Or have you been even more remote? Have you been up to Point Barrow? Would you want me to go up to Point Barrow? Leave me a comment and let me know. But until the next video, thanks for watching.